guys, it's Mrs. Grice, missing you. Today I am going to be reading to you, With Love, Little Red Hen by Alma Flor Ada, illustrated by Leslie Tryon. This book is another fractured fairy tale. Last week you watched Earthquack and also Chicken Little. Earthquack was a fractured fairy tale. Chicken Little is the original story. And remember that a fractured fairy tale is designed to be humorous or funny. And they just kind of change the story in an unexpected way. They might add characters that weren't normally in a book, or they might change the setting or make it more modern. So let's begin. Remember that when I tell you to pause, you need to go to your page where you can jot your thoughts. All right, here we go. With Love, Little Red Hen. And you can see Little Red Hen is toting all of these things, and they're headed to Happy Valley. Here's our title page. I can tell by the title page that looks like there's going to be some gardening involved. And then look at this page. Remember, illustrations can tell the story just as much as even words can. There's Little Red Hen. She's walking on a path to Avenue of the Elms. Look at all her little baby chicks. Look at this guy just dragging that bag. Poor thing. And then here are some characters that she's meeting along the way. They do not look very interested in Little Red Hen or her family, or even helping her. A cat, goose, a dog, looking very lazy. Before I start reading, I do want to show you though, this book is set up very differently than our other books. It is written in all letters. So we've written letters. You write letters to me all the time about what you're reading, but this is a more formal format. You'll see the address of to whom it's going. This is the person writing the letter, and then here's the formal letter. Every page is a different letter. All right, let's read to find out what is going on in this story. Avenue of the Elms, Happy Valley, May 21st. So this is Little Red Hen's new address, and she is writing to her cousin. Dear Cousin Hetty, Happy Valley is a beautiful place, and I'm pleased to have found a nice little cottage. I look forward to raising my chicks where there is so much space for them to run and play. I must confess, though, that I'm a little bit disappointed by our neighbors, Mr. Dog, Mr. Goose, and Mr. Cat. They are not very neighborly. When I asked if they could help me clear the field behind the house to plant corn, they each answered, "Not I, not I, not I." So I have done all the plowing myself. My 7 chicks are too little to help me with such hard work, but they kept me company and cheered me up. Now I'm going to give the chicks their dinner, tuck them in bed, and read them their favorite book. Please write soon. I would love to hear from you. With love, Little Red Hen. P.S. The chicks send you hugs and pecks. Remember, P.S. actually stands for postscript. Post means after, script means written. So after it was written, she was like, oh wait, I have one more thing to say. Now, this page, we can glance down at the bottom, is written by Little Red Riding Hood. This is where she lives, and this is to where the letter is going. Dear Goldie, I'm thinking Goldilocks, thank you for your letter about going to pick berries with Peter Rabbit and his sisters Flopsy, Mopsies, and Cottontail. It sounds like so much fun. Have you been to their home yet? I would love to see Rabbit's burrow. I did not write back before because I spent 2 weeks at my grandma's house. I had a wonderful time. When we took walks, we made sure to stay on Royal Road. As you know, those awful wolves we encountered never come out to the main road. During one of our walks, we saw that there is a new family living on Avenue of the Elms, a very busy hen with a bunch of her little chicks. She was tending to a field of newly sprouted corn all by herself, and although it seemed like very hard work, she was singing, and her chicks were singing along too. It was quite wonderful to watch. I wanted to help, but Grandma did not think it proper. She thinks I was so taken by this hen because she is red, and everyone knows how much I like red. The truth is that she was working so hard, and she really needed the help. I hope I can see you soon. Your friend, Little Red Riding Hood. So, let's take a moment and stop and jot. Are you recognizing any characters that you know? What do you know about Little Red Hen so far? Think about the pages that we've read here, and even on this page where there really weren't any words. We learned some things about Little Red Hen and her character. Here we have another letter. This is written by Hetty Hen. And Hetty Hen is actually the Little Red Hen's real name. Dearest cousin, how wonderful to have you here. You have moved to Happy Valley at last. It is indeed a beautiful place to raise your young chicks, but I warn you not to let them go into the forest alone. Although I have never seen any, there is word around that there are some nasty creatures in the wood. Your planting corn sounds exhausting, and you were wise to ask your neighbors to help. Maybe now that you have done the plowing and sowing, they will help out with the weeding and the other work a hearty, plentiful crop demands. Wouldn't that be nice? Personally, I keep very busy. I have recently painted my house all white. It looks so clean it shines. I'm now making new curtains and embroidering a tablecloth and napkins. It seems I'm always with a sewing needle in my hand and scissors, thread, and a thimble in my pocket. Let me hear how your corn works out, and let's get together soon. Your loving cousin, Hetty Hen. From McGregor's Farm, Veggie Lane on June 3rd. Goldilocks writes, Dear Little Red Riding Hood, how do you always manage to see such unusual things? She's talking about this page. A red hen and her chicks singing while plowing a field? I would like to see that. I can assure you my father does not sing while he plows. He actually gets rather cross. Cross means grumpy. I have not yet been to Rabbitsboro, but guess what? Mrs. Rabbit wants to invite us all to a picnic. She says she will never be able to thank Mother Bear enough for saving her son, Peter, from those wolves last spring. I think that's in another book talks about that. I wonder what happened. Doesn't sound good. But that a picnic would be a nice gesture, so one of your wishes will soon come true. I've been thinking about that hen you saw. Why not be good neighbors and give her a hand? The days are pretty long now that it's getting toward summer, and I can get away from after watering the lettuce. The hen is not planting carrots, so we won't have to worry about Peter getting distracted. The 3 pigs certainly should be strong enough. Shall I ask them? What about starting next Wednesday? Your friend Goldilocks. P.S. Let's make this a surprise. What time does the hen go inside to put those chicks to bed? Look at this page. There is a lot of planning going on. What are the rabbits planning? What is Little Red Hen planning? What is Goldilocks planning? Jot your thoughts. From Majestic Tower, Hidden Lane, this is a letter from Ferocious. Dear Wolfie, great news! Having finally recuperated from the disastrous attack of that angry Mother Bear, I reinitiated last week my surveillance of the woods. I have discovered that a new, innocent morsel has just moved to the neighborhood. Do not worry, our decision to keep away from pigs and rabbits stands firm. The new neighbor is an appetizing hen, not to mention her brood of chicks. The poor creature has just finished planting a cornfield. We will wait until later in the summer when the corn is ripe and she and her chicks have grown plump. Then we can feast on chicken and corn. I tried to enlist the help of some of her neighbors to notify me when the corn is just ready to pick. I did not get far with a silly dog and a simple goose who seemed so startled by my presence they could not utter a word. But I finally got through to one of her neighbors, a cat named Lazy Feline. Feline means cat, actually. I used to know in my smuggling days. He has promised to spy on her and let me know when the time is right. We can make more specific plans then. Keep well, Ferocious. And look at this house. How awesome. I would love to have that house. It reminds me of one I stayed in when we went to Costa Rica. Lots of open windows. And there's the cat with his, looks like a monocle or something. Some way that he can, not a monocle, but a telescope or a, what is that word? I've lost that. Oh, like a binocular, but only one. That's the word I'm thinking of. All right, look at this. Oh, this is from Wolf Lane, and it's Wolfie. Remember, Mr. Ferocious was writing to Wolfie, and here's Wolfie. Dear Cousin Fur, luck does seem to be finally coming our way. Yes, after our bungled confrontation last spring, we can say goodbye forever to rabbits and pigs and their impertinent friends like the bears. If they don't like the other two, impertinent must mean they don't like bears either. As I passed that rabbit's house last Sunday, I saw them all enjoying a picnic. You should have seen how the mother bear was watching over them all, as if I would have bothered with any of them. Now that you mention our seeking better prey, I remember a freshly painted white cottage on Forest Drive that I had not noticed before. It, too, is occupied by a hen who seems busy working around her house. I, for one, would not want so much work to wear her down or make her tough. I will catch her at the first opportunity, of course. I'll let you know so you can share in the feast. Uh-oh. Until then, Wolfie. Jot your thoughts. What is Wolfie planning? From Forest Drive by Hetty Hen. Dearest Cousin Red, oh my, how lucky I am. Yesterday, I had the biggest scare of my life. I still cannot believe I'm here in my own little house, able to write to you about it. It was such a hot day that I decided to find a cool place by the stream close to my house to do my sewing. As I was walking along the bank, looking for a shady tree, I was suddenly lifted in the air. I was unable to see a thing. It took me several moments before I realized I had been stuffed inside an old sack. My captor was carrying me away, and I was so frightened I could hardly breathe. Fortunately, the fellow was either very lazy or out of shape, because he got tired and stopped to rest. He sat under a tree and fell asleep, clutching the bag with me inside. I was desperately thinking of ways to escape when I remembered the needle, the thimble. Remember, that's the thing you put on your thumb so you don't get poked by the needle. Thread and scissors in my apron pocket. So as soon as I heard loud snores, I cut through the sack with the scissors, placed a big stone inside the sack, and sewed it back up. I barely looked at my captor, a big, mean-looking wolf, and ran all the way home. Now that I'm cozily at home, I can't but wonder what the wolf's face looked like when he opened the sack. It's a pity I'll never know. Do you think she really means that? Love from your safe and happy cousin, Hetty Hen. Boy, Hetty sure fooled him. Yikes. Short note. Ferocious. Come immediately. Hen captured. Let's party tonight. She's a plump, heavy one. Save your appetite. Wolfie. But look what's happening. Does he even notice what's dropping in the pot? And then remember, this is boiling water. It's splashing on him. Ouch. From Cardinal Cottage. Now that we have been working on this cornfield, I understand why your father says that the life of a farmer is hard. This is from Little Red Riding Hood to Dear Goldilocks. I can also understand his moods a little better. Remember, she said that he got kind of grumpy. My hands are full of blisters and my back hurts. I only hope the cornfield thrives and the red hen and her chicks have enough corn to last them through the winter. It's the only thought that helps me keep going. What do you think of putting a scarecrow in the field? Could you ask the pigs if they have any old clothes? I wouldn't want us to do all this work simply to feed a few mean crows. I am too sore to write more. See you at the cornfield in 2 days. Love, Little Red Riding Hood. Wow, there's the scarecrow. Look at the chicks. Look at this one. And this one's scared. From Avenue of the Elms, Red Riding Hood. Dear Hetty, when I wake up every morning, my first thought is always how grateful I am to be alive. Now I'm doubly grateful because you are also alive. What a chilling experience. I must say, Happy Valley is turning out to be a place full of mysteries. Jot your thoughts. What is mysterious? What is going on? Remember, the friendly neighbors are coming when she is in the house. I must say, Happy Valley is turning out to be a place full of mysteries. My corn is growing nicely, but it seems as if it were taking care of itself. The soil stays moist in spite of the heat, and everything stays so nicely weeded. What is most surprising is that a scarecrow appeared last Thursday in the middle of the field. Certainly none of this is the doing of my lazy neighbors. I went to ask them, ready to thank them, but all they said is, not I, not I, not I. I must say that I am increasingly wary of a glitter in that Mr. Cat's eyes. Wary means worried or nervous. And the glitter in Mr. Cat's eye. When I think of new ideas or I'm thinking of something, sometimes I get a glitter in my eye. I just found out from the mail carrier that the cat's last name is really Feline. Remember what I told you what feline meant? Although his mailbox clearly says Mr. Cat. Do you find that strange? The corn should be ready to be picked in 2 weeks, so why don't you spend that Sunday with us? I have been collecting recipes for dishes from all over the world made with corn. It is amazing how many dishes there are. Looking forward to your visit, your cousin Red. P.S. I'm thinking of leaving an invitation to join us pinned to the scarecrow's coat for whoever put it there. What do you think? Hey guys, what's your favorite corn recipe? Can you guess what mine is? Cornbread. Yum, yum, yum. Uh-oh, remember when I told you that Wolfie was splashed with that boiling hot water? Dear Wolfie, I am sending this brief note via a swift courier. A courier is someone that delivers messages. Even after your visit to the doctor, traveling may still be difficult for you, but we must hurry if our plans are to succeed. That good-for-nothing feline has failed me. He fell asleep on the job. Now he reports that the hen has already harvested the corn. Harvested means that you actually picked it off the stalks and is busily cooking. It looks as if she is expecting guests too. We must get there before her guests arrive if we want our corn and hen supper. It is time for our feast. Come fast. Yours, Fur. Ugh. And look at this page. What a story it's telling. On your notes, I want you to jot your thoughts. What is going on? What do you think might happen next? Think about all the characters that we've mentioned. Peter Rabbit and his brothers and sisters. Little Red Hen, there's bears, there's the 3 little pigs. Look at all the chicks. Little Red Riding Hood. But look what's hiding and lurking in the back of the scene. Bum, bum, bum. Pause. Jot your thoughts on this page. What do you think is going on here? Look at the mood on this page. Remember the mood on this page? Not the same. Jot your thoughts. What do you think is going on, and what do you think will happen next? From Rabbit's Burrow. Dear Goldilocks, I'm not very fond of writing letters, but I wanted to write this one. I want to say what a great idea it was for us to help Ms. Red Hen. As you know, I love to eat vegetables, but it is even more fun to eat something that I helped to grow. It was wonderful to get together with so many old and new friends. How relaxing and peaceful it was in spite of the commotion off in the woods near Mr. Cat's house. It is especially nice to know Miss Red Hen will have all that corn for her and her chicks for the winter. One feels much better during the winter when the pantry is full. My mother is already beginning to can things for the winter. She makes wonderful marmalades and jams. Would you like to go pick some blackberries? Your good friend, Peter Rabbit. P.S. Thanks to Little Red Riding Hood for telling you about Ms. Red. I like Red Riding Hood more each day. And if you guys notice, this is the Hidden Forest Directory. You're going to be doing an activity on your own where you will be writing a letter. So open up your Google Doc to see what you will do next. Thanks for listening. I miss you. Have a great day.